Three legends. One question. Who was actually the best? Messi, Ronaldo, or Neymar? Not the most famous, not the most viral, the best. Because once you start comparing goals, trophies, peak level, and big game impact, the answer gets a lot less obvious than people think. So, before we start, pick your winner in your head. Messi, Ronaldo, or Neymar. If you want the simplest argument, you start with goals. Goals are the currency of football. They are the number people remember first. Ronaldo built his career on relentless scoring, season after season, league after league, pressure after pressure. Messi is not far behind. In fact, his scoring record is absurd when you remember how much else he does on the pitch. Neymar never chased the game the same way. His value was never only about finishing. It was about making the whole attack breathe. So, on raw goals, Ronaldo and Messi are in the top tier. Neymar is elite, but this round is not really his battlefield. Now we move to the medal table. This is where team success starts to matter. Messi built a trophy cabinet that feels almost impossible. League titles, Champions League nights, international glory. The list keeps going. Ronaldo's trophy haul is also legendary because wherever he went, he chased the biggest stages and usually won on them. Neymar has major trophies too. He was never a passenger in elite football. But when people debate the full trophy story, Messi and Ronaldo are usually the two names that sit at the top of the argument. Now, let's talk about the empire around the player, because modern football greatness is not only measured on the pitch, it is also measured in global pull. Ronaldo turned himself into a worldwide brand machine. He is one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. Messi built a different kind of empire, quieter, less performative, but still massive. And Neymar brought a mix of star power, style, and commercial appeal that made him a marketing dream. This round is about who became the biggest global product. Now we get to the most dangerous question. Not career, not trophies, peak. Who is the best version of themselves at their absolute highest? This is where Messi fans start leaning forward, because peak Messi looked like football had been rewritten. He could score, he could create. He could run a match like a composer controlling an orchestra. Ronaldo's peak was different, more explosive, more physical, more ruthless. At his best, Ronaldo felt unstoppable. And Neymar's peak? When he was fully free, he looked like pure street football inside an elite system. This is where legends stop sounding like stats and start sounding like memory. Because big games are the ones people never forget. Finals, knockout matches, do or die night. Ronaldo has a massive reputation in this category because of the way he built his image around clutch moments. Messi's big game story is different. For a long time, people tried to use big match pressure as a weapon against him. Then, he kept answering. And the more his career matured, the harder it became to deny what he has done on the biggest stages. Neymar has delivered huge moments too, but injuries and inconsistency made his big game legacy harder to package into one perfect argument. Now we switch to the part of the football that is easier to admire if you actually watch: creation. This is where Messi becomes terrifying, because he is not only a scorer, he is a system. He sees passes before defenders see the danger. Ronaldo can create too. But this is not the round where he usually wins the most praise. And Neymar? This is one of the places where Neymar absolutely matters. He is one of the most naturally creative players of his generation. He can take on defenders, slip passes through tight spaces, and turn a dead attack into a highlight in 2 touches. This is bigger than football. This is about the shape of the sport. Messi became the symbol of pure genius. Ronaldo became the symbol of obsession, self-improvement, and relentless work. Neymar became the symbol of flair, freedom, and the modern global superstar. They did not just play football, they taught football something. Messi showed that total technical control could still rule the game. Ronaldo showed that the body could be engineered into greatness. Neymar showed that style did not have to disappear at the highest level. Greatness is easy for one season. Greatness over time is the real test. Ronaldo built a career around reinvention. Messi adapted too, but often with less drama and more control. Both stayed near the top for an absurd amount of time. Neymar's problem is not talent, it is duration. Everyone knows what he can do when healthy and free. The issue is how often that version appears long enough to shape a whole era. That is why longevity puts more weight on Messi and Ronaldo than on Neymar. Now, for the light around. If this was only about aura, style, and personal taste, the answers get more playful. Ronaldo feels like the luxury performance guy. Messi feels like the quiet genius. Neymar feels like the creative showman who might arrive in the flashiest car and still make it look casual. That is why fans still love talking about things like favorite cars, style, and off-pitch personality. They are not the real ranking, but they do tell you how each player lives inside the culture of football. So who wins? The honest answer is that there is no single winner in every category. Ronaldo owns the machine. Messi owns the magic. Neymar owns the flair. If you want the greatest goal scorer mindset, Ronaldo is there. If you want the most complete football genius, Messi makes the strongest case. If you want the most natural entertainer and one of the purest creative forces, Neymar belongs in the conversation. But if you're asking who had the most complete case across goals, assists, peak, big game impact, and legacy, Messi usually ends up with the strongest overall argument.